Good morning. Welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. If you're new here, my name is Nina. Hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I love creating content and videos around fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, specifically Victorian, romantic, witchy type of fashion. And then your goal is also a licensed esthetician, so I like doing at least incorporating beauty and self-care stuff in with my lifestyle videos. And then sometimes I'll create makeup videos just for funsies. And mostly I create lifestyle videos. That way you guys can kind of connect with me a little bit on a personal level and just with some of the same likes, interests, differences, like-minded people. Today I'm going to be getting ready for the new year. I'm going to be doing what I usually do every monthly reset, but I'm going to kind of take it a step further and do a little bit more because it is also the new year, and with the new year comes new motivation, new inspiration. It also comes with like New Year's resolutions. Personally, for me, I don't usually like to do New Year's resolutions. I usually like to set goals, and depending on the goal, depending on what it is, I like to break that down into smaller goals, smaller steps to kind of achieve the bigger goal. I am going to start off this video talking a little bit about how my month of December went and what I hope to look forward to in January. And I figured I would share a little bit about what I'd like to bring in and achieve for the new year. Right before I start this video, I'm going to go ahead and make myself an iced latte. I'm going to need a little bit of the extra energy today for a lot of what I want to do and have planned. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back and we're going to get this video started. Okay, I got my little peppermint mocha latte. I know the norm is that a lot of spooky girls just go nuts over pumpkin spice, and though pumpkin spice is really, really, really good, I really, really, really love peppermint mocha a lot. Please don't come for me. I also pulled my hair up. I didn't do anything special. I just kind of threw it up to kind of in preparation for all the stuff that we have to do today. I have my handy dandy manifestation journal where I write down daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. I really just keep track of everything and make sure I'm on track with completing the goals that I set for myself. So to reflect on the month of December a little bit, I would say that this month was really low-key. It was overall pretty good, but it was just really low-key. Not a whole lot happened. I had a really good Christmas. I had a really good Yule. I hope all of you did as well. And by the time I post this video, it'll probably already be after New Year's. So I also hope that you guys had I hope you guys also had a wonderful New Year's. So some of the highlights that I had this month was I got to go see one of my all-time favorite bands ever since I was 12 for the first time ever in my life. So it was really special to really experience that for the first time. And the band that I got to go see was Evanescence. My heart was just so happy. If you're following me on Instagram, I posted a video that has kind of sort of gone viral about me at the concert and just watching Amy Lee on stage. They were amazing. Her voice live does not, it doesn't do the CDs justice. Her voice live literally sounds like exactly how she sounds, like whether you're listening or streaming through Spotify, Apple Music, or you're listening to a CD, she sounds that good. She was amazing live. I think I'm going to the concert again in July. She was too amazing not to get another ticket, so I'm going again. And then another highlight was celebrating Yule and the holidays. So for all of my witchy and spiritual friends that may be watching this, on the 21st of December, I celebrated Yule. I wrote down things I wanted to manifest and attract for the new year, rolled them up and put them in a pine cone, and I still have yet to burn that pine cone, but I will be doing that once I find a safe way to do it. And then one of the books I've been reading called The Witch's Wheel of the Year, I read a little bit about Yule, and in this book there was a little spell recipe for Yule wish powder, and I got to do this. And this was really fun and cool to do. It was really, really easy. I just grounded up the herbs that I needed to ground up into like a really, really fine powder. And I put it in this tiny little jar with, I forget what they're called, but it's like the little metal loops that can grind into a cork. I always forget the name of those. I know them, but it always slips my mind. I just need to find a chain to put that around a necklace and wear it, and just really bring in the intentions of the new year and just really visualize what I wanted to manifest. So it was really awesome celebrating the holidays this year. And then also something really cool happened a couple days ago. Some of you might be familiar, some of you might not, but I received a message from Creepy Kingdom to start going to some of their events and check out some really cool stuff. So I'm really excited to kind of share a lot of the fun stuff that I get to go do with you guys, and kind of hope you guys will go try them out too. So if you're not following me on Instagram, that's where you can also find me. It's also just Nina Dreadful. So you can probably find some of the stuff I post on there, as well as like stuff from Creepy Kingdom. So moving on to some of the biggest challenges that I faced this month of December. So the beginning of this month came with a lot of technical difficulties. If you have kind of been following my YouTube videos and have watched a few of my recent ones, some of you kind of already know what happened, but for those that don't, I had the weirdest, I don't know what happened, I don't know what was going on, but I had the weirdest, I guess what you call like series of technical difficulty events. It was so weird. I have no idea what happened, but it was just like it happened one right after the other. But it was all like technical and electrical stuff, so I don't quite know. But this month started out where, so if you guys have noticed, I didn't post a monthly reset for the month of December. I did record the video, I had it all recorded, and I had it all in my editing app, and I was halfway done editing it so that I could get it posted here on YouTube for you guys. And the weirdest thing happened. I was able to retract that video, but so kind of little side quest. I had a flash drive because the phone I had earlier this month was a phone that only carried 128 gigs of space on it, and with content creating and all that, 128 is not enough. So I had a flash drive where I would just transfer my YouTube videos after I would record them and kind of help save space in my phone. So I would just kind of transfer them as I needed them, and the flash drive worked for about a month or two, and out of nowhere the flash drive crashed, and everything that I had on it, all the content, the photos, other YouTube videos I had, just all went with it, including my mother's funeral photos. So I kind of had a little bit of a mental breakdown because my mother's funeral photos were very, very important to me. And then something weird happened where the next day I tried the flash drive again just to see if maybe it was just like a malfunction, a one-time malfunction. But no, it was still doing its thing. However, it worked just enough for me to extract some of my mother's photos from it, and then it crashed out again, and I haven't been able to use it since. So I was able to retrieve my mother's funeral photos, which I was really, really, really happy about. And then it just went kaput, and all the other content with it. So including the December monthly reset, which I never got to post because it was just like, bye, see ya, move on. So I just decided to move on, move forward. And with that, I also decided to upgrade and switch to a new phone with a little bit more space, seeing as I didn't have a flash drive anymore as it did crash. So I needed to find another way to find space where I could do my thing. And so I upgraded. I have the iPhone 16 now, where I did have the 15. Once I transferred to that phone, for some reason, I would receive text messages, but that was it. The phone would not connect to Wi-Fi. The phone would not connect to data. The phone service wouldn't work. I couldn't make calls. I couldn't go online. And it really would not connect to Wi-Fi to where I could just use it at home and just figure out my cell phone service later at another time. Like, it literally was just like glitching out really, really, really bad. So the next day I went to T-Mobile to see if they could figure it out. They couldn't figure it out. So I had to do another full reset of my phone there. And that seemed to work. That seemed to figure out the situation. So after that got all worked out, Wi-Fi was connecting, data was fine, everything was good. I come back home and I open my app because I had everything transferred. I had everything saved, everything backed up, and everything transferred. I came back home to begin editing the monthly reset for December, and it was all gone. It was gone from the editing app. So I was just like, what's going on? And then on top of that, I was getting ready to work on doing a ghostly photo shoot, which I still plan on doing despite the obstacles. I'm still going to make it happen. So it is coming. I thank you for your patience for that, but it is coming. I was working on trying to make that happen at the time because I really wanted to do an association with Yule on December the 21st because it's such a strong time for ghosts and spirits, the time of Yule. But I kept running into obstacles of just trying to get a dress. I went through 3 dresses for this project. The first dress I ordered, it shipped, never showed up, never came to my door. I have no idea if it just got delivered to somebody else's house on accident, or if maybe the place I potentially ordered from was a potential scam. I don't know. So I tried to get a refund back for that dress, and I just went ahead and tried to get a second dress. That dress never got shipped. I have no idea what happened with it. I waited about, I think, a week and a half for it, and eventually I just finally canceled it. So I got that back. And then the third time the charm, I was like, third time's the charm. Third time's gotta be the dress. Third time has to be the dress. No, third time was not the charm. So I just decided to kind of put that on the back burner a little bit, get my bearings, solidify my foundation a little bit more. And I'm gonna probably pick it back up again here in a couple weeks and see if I cannot make that happen. So those were some of the obstacles, just a lot of technical difficulties throughout the month, but I overcame them. I kept consistent. I kept being ambitious with like, I got this, and I pushed through. So that was a win. Okay, so now I'm going to move forward with the month of January, and some of the intentions that I have this month is I want to work on being a little bit more active. I think I mentioned this in my last monthly reset, which is November's, since I didn't post December's. And I've done kind of okay, but I don't feel like I've been consistent enough. And that's something that I really want to bring in, is really stick to consistency and really hold myself accountable for that. One of the things that I really want to challenge myself to stop doing is pushing myself to get out of the lack mindset. It's really easy to just get stuck and caught up with what you don't have versus just being grateful for what you do have to bring in more of what you want to manifest. And that's a challenge that I'm challenging myself to for this month of January. So some of the intentions that I wrote down in my little January overview is energy is renewable, and taking a time to rest does not equal failure in progress. It's very easy to feel like you can get overwhelmed or burnt out and whatever you had planned for the day, sometimes you just kind of need to put that to the side and take the day for yourself. Like sometimes I personally feel like if I do that, then I feel like I fall behind and then I can't progress the way that I want to progress. And sometimes taking a step or two back can be taking a step or two forward, because it's also important to take care of yourself to make sure that you can progress in the way that you need to and not burn yourself out. So that's an intention that I'm starting off, not only just the new year, but just with the month of January. And I also put that each step is growth. Each step that you take is growth, no matter how big or small. And I wrote that to kind of pair that with the previous intention that I wrote. So for the month of January, I did write down 2 goals that I'd really love to strive for. And first goal is being really kind of staying consistent to continue growing. I'd really love to grow a little bit more here on this platform with YouTube. That's something that I'd really like to strive for. I'm really enjoying, despite some of the technical obstacles that I did face earlier this month, outside of that, it's really fun and enjoyable to create videos for you guys, and I actually really enjoy it. So I would love to really continue doing that and growing that. And then another thing is I really want to commit to my creative passions of bringing some of the ideas that I have alive, whether that be photo shoots that I do collaborating with others, photographers, by myself, a look that I want to bring together, whether that's just an outfit or like an inspired look of a character that I feel inspired by. I really just want to bring a lot more of my creative passions to life. So those are the 2 goals that I've set for myself. So that's really all of what I've written down for the month of December and then going into the month of January. Now I figured I would kind of do a little bit of a year reflection on how this year has been and how I hope the next year will be and how I'd like to grow and move forward into the next year. Some of the best things that happened to me this year out of the year of 2025 was I graduated beauty school May of 2025, and I officially got my license about a month and a half after graduating. So around mid to end June, almost July is when I got my license. Also around the end of July, beginning of August is when I really first took a step into creating YouTube videos and just really kind of putting myself into it and being consistent with YouTube. And that was something that I'm really, really proud of. I feel like I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot in terms of videos and creativity. And I really love that I can have this creative outlet, not just YouTube, but like Instagram and TikTok as well. This creative outlet to just share with you guys and hopefully inspire and motivate you for your own creative passions. So I love that I did that this year. Another one was a really, really huge one for me because it's always been a dream to go, and that was my trip to Edinburgh, Scotland. If you are new here to my channel, I did do a video on my trip to Edinburgh, Scotland, so you can I'll probably put a link to that either down below or somewhere here where you can find it. But that trip, that I've said this before, but that trip altered my brain chemistry, and I loved that. I loved Edinburgh, Scotland so much. I want to go back. So yeah, those were just some of the really big things that just made this year overall just really great. And if I were to sum up this year into a couple of words, I would say challenging and growth. Those would be the 2 words that I would kind of give this year of 2025. Challenging because of going through school, trying to get my foot in the door of the beauty industry, but then also facing some mental health challenges off and on throughout the year, and just really trying to push myself to reflect and grow through that. following that, some of the things that I'd love to continue doing into this new year would be to continue writing in my manifestation journal. I really love doing that. I feel with my neurodivergent mind that sometimes organizing my thoughts can be a little difficult, and I find that this manifestation journal helps a lot. Just whether it's taking the big goals and breaking them down, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, whatever I need it to be, it's that for me. So I really love using this manifestation journal, and I'm really happy that I've been consistent with this manifestation journal since September. Since September, and it's helped me so much that I'm going to continue doing it into the new year. And then growing more on my witchy and spiritual path in practice. I have been on my witchy path off and on for the last few years. And fun fact, I used to be in training to be a high priestess of witchcraft about a few years ago, but I wasn't in it for very long, and I wasn't able to continue doing it because of other priorities that I had at the time years ago. And this one's a little fun one. So if you guys are familiar with some of the YouTubes that you might watch here on YouTube, some of the YouTube videos you might watch here on YouTube, my brain is working, I promise. I really love and enjoy doing savings challenges. If you guys don't know what those are, it's like this little I guess I'll say booklet, or it's like a little like piece of paper that has like these little things that you color in, and each little thing is worth like $1 or $5, and each time you add $1 or $5 you color one in. And you do that each time until you fully complete it, and you have like this much saved, however much amount. And I have really enjoyed doing those, and that's also another thing that I'd really love to continue doing into the new year. That's pretty much the gist of it. I don't want to make this video too long. I know in some of my other videos the talking segment is pretty long, and I'm trying to kind of cut it down a little bit so it's not a majority of me talking most of the time, because today I have a lot that I would like to do. Today I want to go through my closet with my clothes, reorganize it, and maybe let go of anything that I haven't worn in years, and also organize my closet. And I think I might want to rearrange my little desk workspace that I have. I don't know. I need to think on that. I really feel like I want to change it up. And then I'm also going to be taking down my Christmas tree and just kind of bringing down all the holiday stuff, cleaning my house, doing some self-care, and just, yeah. So there's a lot to do today, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And while I do that, I'm going to be listening to none other my favorite podcast. You guys can probably guess if you've watched these before, but it's Two Girls, One Ghost. I love them. They are one of my top favorite podcasts. They're just, I love you, Corinne and Sabrina, if you see this. Yeah, I'm going to start with cleaning up and tidying, and then after that, I think I will start going into either my closet or reworking my little workspace. So yeah, let's get this started. I'm going to pop in some headphones and let's get rolling. Okay, it is now about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I've completely finished cleaning my house and putting away all the Christmas decor. And now I am approaching where I'm gonna be cleaning out my closet, maybe getting rid of some stuff. And I thought it would be kind of cool to try some stuff on and maybe just kind of show some of the stuff and see if I like it or don't like it, and maybe potentially give it away to donation. What is going on with my hair here? I just feel that my closet has kind of become a little full over the years. And there's definitely some things in there that I haven't worn in years. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this first thing that I have is something that I've had ever since I was in high school. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it though, because it's a really big memory and I still fit into this and I still really like it, so I don't want to get rid of it. But it's from Trip Incorporated, from when Hot Topic used to sell the Trip pants and stuff, like the gothic Trip style. Like, this was the very first thing I ever bought when I first started to getting into the goth aesthetic when I was a lot younger. So I'm definitely keeping this. This I've had for a while. It's from Killstar. It's kind of like their long sleeve Bardot crop. I still really like the style of it. Like, I like the way that it fits and the way that it kind of just styles or just kind of like fits me. I do like that, but I do feel like it is not a style of mine anymore. I have not worn this in a long time, so I think this is going to go in the donation pile. So both of these are both from Killstar from a little over 5 years ago. I've had these for a really long time. I loved wearing these as a really comfy lounging at home type of fit, but I have not worn these in the longest time, and these are very, very, very warm. And now that I live in Los Angeles versus where I used to live in another state where it was really cold, I really don't feel like I need to wear these anymore. I just haven't worn them in a really, really long time, so I think I'm gonna put them in the donation pile. This is a pleated skirt that I've had since I used to work at Spirit Halloween. I think about 6 years ago. And I have never, ever, ever worn it. This will be probably on my Depop. Now, this is a skirt that is from Killstar. It is definitely for sure not something that's my style anymore, but it used to be when I was a lot younger. But I've only worn it, I think, like twice. But it is this skirt from Killstar. It is in perfect condition. And it zips right up the front. And these little like things, they unhook and come off if you prefer to not wear them if you want. And this is also a size small. So I think I'm gonna put this in my donation slash Depop portion of my closet. So this one, I'm now going through my dresses, and this one is also from Killstar. It's almost kind of like, it goes up to about here. So it's almost kind of like a turtleneck, but not quite. It's very, very, very form-fitting, and it is a small. It's in perfect condition, no holes, nothing. And I'm not sure if I want to put this in my donation Depop pile or if I want to keep it. I already have one exactly like this that's just plain black with no witch on the front. So this next dress is more of like a summer dress. It's from the brand Too Fast Clothing. They're no longer in business anymore, so I have a couple more of their stuff that I'm still going to continue to keep, but I have not worn this dress, I think, in about almost 2 years. This is a very cute dress. I really enjoyed wearing it. It's just not something that I've been wearing. So I think I might put this on my Depop. So this is another thing from Killstar that I've had for a really long time. I have never worn it. I've never found anything or any outfit to really go with it that fit my style. So I think I'm going to put this in my Depop. I am getting rid of these shoes. These are really cute, but I don't really have anything that fits their style or goes with them. So I think I'm also gonna put these on my Depop as well. These have never been worn, like never been worn. And these are by Paper Fox is the brand. And these are also a size 7. Let me double check. Oh, 6.5, excuse me. 6.5 is the size on these. So I will probably place these on my Depop. I also have some Spirit Halloween bags that I will be also putting on my Depop. So I've completely finished going through my closet, going through all my bags, going through everything that I feel like I want to part with and don't want to part with, and just kind of organized and tidied up my closet. I think after this, I'm gonna kind of be done with resetting, and then I think I'm gonna move forward with doing like some self-care and just kind of winding down for the night. I think I want to rearrange this space. I'm thinking about taking my desk here and just kind of moving it here, and taking this and moving it up against this wall, so I have a little bit more space this way. So this is the desk here, and this is here. There's already like so much space to kind of like go back and forth that I really like it so far. I think I really like it. I'm gonna kind of work with it a little bit and see how like I want to put everything together, and just how I want to organize it and see if I like it. I do feel this looks a lot more spacious. I will be kind of working through some of this a little bit more at another time, but I really love how this looks and how this turned out. Okay, I have just completely finished organizing and rearranging my little workspace. I took a little bit to kind of have some dinner, and then I took a nice bath where I did like a Dracula kind of themed bath, which I'll show a picture on either side. But now I'm going to do my night routine before ending this video. So I figured I would show you a little bit about what I do with my routine. I first start off with the pre-cleanse. I usually like to do this if I'm wearing any sort of makeup or a full face of makeup. If I am wearing a full face of makeup, I usually like to do micellar water on a cotton pad to take most of it off, and then I go in with my pre-cleanse to really like melt the rest of it down, or whatever the micellar water did not capture. I just do one pump in my hand and I apply it dry. It's basically like a liquid cleansing balm, pretty much is what it is. Instead of like being a solid and melting down in your hands, it's already a liquid. It's really awesome. I love it so much. And once you've spread it all over, you take water, and the water will start emulsifying it. And then after that's done, I move on to my cleanser. I use the Intensive Moisture Cleanser for nighttime by Dermalogica. In the morning, I use a different cleanser, and I use the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser. And because this is a cleanser and exfoliant in one, so it exfoliates and cleanses at the same time, it has lactic acid in it, so over exfoliating or using that twice a day can over exfoliate and dry out my skin. So at nighttime, I use the Intensive Moisture Balance, and I really love this at night. It kind of helps put moisture back into your skin. And then I also remove with a clean facial towel. After my cleanser, I go in with a serum, and depending on my skincare or like on my skin's needs, depends on the serum that I'll use. So right now I'm using a multi-peptide hyaluronic acid serum. Hyaluronic acid helps retain moisture into your skin, and peptides, they help stimulate collagen in your skin. So I usually like to put this on either right before I do a mask or right before I do my moisturizer. And then I go in with my lightweight moisturizer by Good Molecules. I actually really like this moisturizer. It's not too heavy. My skin doesn't freak out using it, and I have combination skin where I have bigger pores in my T-zone and I get more oily in my T-zone. I'm also a Fitzpatrick type 1, so I burn very easily in the sun. I just go complete red. I don't tan. And that's pretty much it for my skincare nighttime routine. I hope you guys enjoyed today's monthly reset video, helping me prep and get ready for the new year, setting goals and intentions, as well as reflecting on not only just December, but the whole 2025 year. I'm really excited to see what the new year is gonna bring, where life's gonna take me, and the things that I'll accomplish. So I'm really looking forward to that and sharing another year with you guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!